Good morning. It's Monday, the 22nd of July, 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Bracknell here in Royal Berkshire. My window cleaner is due to arrive at some point this morning. I'm not quite sure exactly when he's going to arrive, so I might have to disappear just to open the door. Nice fella. His name's Mark. His mum, he's got his own family now, but his mum lives 1, 2, 3 doors down. The lovely Babe Station Pearl, we call her. But I don't know why we call her Babe Station, because she's a babe. Yeah, Mark's mum. So he'll be coming to do my windows at some point. So I might have to disappear downstairs if you hear a ding dong, and then I rush out of my seat. I haven't done for months. Isn't that disgusting? I haven't, and the reason is I'm not usually here. You see, that's the thing. Literally, I think they were last done last year. Isn't that awful? I've got to say, not being in London, we don't really have too much of a problem with dirty windows. It's only if the sun hits them in a certain way, you think, oh, they need to be done. I'm looking now, right? And I don't think they need doing. But I better have them done because I haven't been done for sort of, 7 months or something like that. I was looking at, you see that clock on the wall there? As you know, down at our up at our Lincolnshire television studio complex, we don't have a calendar clock. And I came across one yesterday on Amazon, actually, which is it's a bit like one of those digital screens. You know, the little, like, digital photo things where you can put a little card in and have a selection of photos sort of on rotation. It looks a little bit like that, and it was very good. I thought, oh, that's a good price. $15.99 this thing was. I thought that's not bad. But then it's $14.99 postage. What? It's a bit dear, isn't it? $14.99 postage when the actual item itself was only $15.99. Anyway, I looked more at this, and it is basically a screen with different pictures on it, and it tells you the date, the day, big red. I think they were red letters, or you can have black and white. I prefer the colour. Red letters and blue and all this business, doing the times and the year and the month and the day of the month and what have you. I thought it looks fantastic. And then I read into it. This clock is specifically made for dementia sufferers, apparently. Because they get confused what day it is. So it's massive letters. And I thought, well, that's ideal for you lot, isn't it? So I'm tempted to buy that. But 30 quid. Oh, my God. I don't know if I can spend so much on you, dear. 30 quid? God blimey. But it would be nice to have another clock telling me the time and day. Maybe I should just... I don't want the same as that, do we? Do we want the same one as those? I don't know how much those are now. That was a gift. My mate Ron bought me that a few years ago, and it works for us. One of those flip clocks. It flips over like that. On very, very rare occasions on this show where we kind of go past the 12 o'clock mark, whether that be day or night, you see where it says Monday. I don't think you can see there. Actually, it's not bad at all. That says AM. So at 12 o'clock, that flicks to Monday PM. And of course, at 12 o'clock at night, midnight, that goes from 22 to 23. It's quite loud. It goes, and then it's done. I've actually dropped that a couple of times, believe it or not, and it still works. Yeah, so I quite like the one of the screen type one. Can I just apologise? We didn't have the text machine switched on yesterday, did we? Silly old me. So poor old Maureen, who sent in a text, didn't get it read over. So sorry about that. I've completely forgot to turn on the text phone yesterday. There's the text number up there. It is on there. 07551 259 675 if you want to send a text this morning. All right, let's see who's there this morning, shall we? Good morning to Adrian Richardson. Getting the first message of the day. Congratulations, Adrian. You're now in the same place as Shania. Okay, for this month only, those of you that are new viewers, welcome along to this hugely popular, internationally global acclaimed television programme. No, that's me window cleaner. All right. Got to be 1 minute. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Don't take any notes of the jacket. I'm just doing a show. Right, now where were we? Oh dear, excuse me. I'm running up and down the stairs now. That's Mark, my window cleaner. He's a really nice bloke, he is. Yes, Adrian, yes. You're neck and neck now with Shania. Three times each. You've managed to get the first message of the day in. So congratulations to that. If you're new to the show, just for this month only, because it's not quite worked out as well as it should have done, we are giving a certificate, boys and girls. A certificate to the person who gets the most messages of the day in. So the first message of the show in the most times in a month. But only for this month. Because it really hasn't worked out as well as it should have done. What we're going to do is do it as a sharing thing. But I'm still not quite sure how we're going to do that either. So congratulations, Adrian. A certificate could be coming to you, but not sure yet. Not sure yet, okay? Really not sure yet. Right, morning to Mike Rees-Ponto. Oh, Mike, dare I tell you how close you were this morning? Adrian got the message in 8:55 and 47 seconds. Mike got the message in 8:55 and 48 seconds. Sorry, Mike. 1 second. You were so close this morning. You haven't got... Did you ever get it in? No, you didn't, did you? You were so close this morning. Sorry, Mike. Tim Partington, good morning. You were a second behind everyone else as well. Sorry, Tim, a second behind. You were 8:55 and 48 as well. There's no second prize, mate. Absolutely no second prize, okay? Hello to Paul Mosley. Morning, 8:55 and 50 seconds. Joanna's in the house. Good morning, Joanna. All right, I haven't sung yet, Joanna, so good news there, darling. You haven't missed anything. Good morning to Claire. Hope you had a nice weekend, Claire. Michael Lawrence in the house. There's Dukey Chrissy boy, Duke Chris Turoy, who's desperately trying to chat my nephew up. Indirectly, via me. The trouble is, the nephew is not gay. I'm telling you now, he's got absolutely no chance whatsoever. So Chris is now... I've sent pictures, and the most recent message from my nephew, if I can read this, I'll read it out to you. It's all a bit of fun. All a bit of fun. Hang on a minute. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how old you are. You're about 27, aren't you, Chris? I can't remember now. There he is. There we are. So Chris says, send me his number. And I said, no, I didn't send his number. I sent then my nephew a picture of Chris and the request. What was the request? Sent you a message of Chris, and a reply from Jimmy says, no. Oh, hang on. Where is it now? Reply from Jimmy says, absolutely not. No chance whatsoever. Absolutely no chance. But I think I get the feeling Chris is not one of those people to give up easily. He's one of those people that goes on and on and on. Do you know what I mean? In the hope that he's going to run them down. I'm afraid you're not going to get... No, it's not going to happen, Chris. Sorry, mate. You'll have to look elsewhere. I'm glad you're liking the voice this morning. It's not quite back yet. It's actually better than it was yesterday, to be honest. Morning, Diane Jeb. Morning, Diane. I hope you're ready for the hot weather, my sweetheart. All right, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Terence Layton. A very good morning to Terence Layton, who's loving the jacket. Yeah, I don't usually wear this. Is a little bit loud, this one, isn't it? I might have this on tonight, although it's going to be really hot at work tonight, I think. Down in the pub for the karaoke this evening up in King's Cross. Friday, it was incredibly hot in there. We don't really know why, because we had the air conditioning on, which was working. I kind of put my hand up like that and felt the cold air coming out. But it wasn't particularly hot outside either. It was just really hot in there. It wasn't massively... It was busy, but not massively busy. So we don't quite know why it was so hot in there last on Friday. It's a good job you wasn't there, Claire. You would have melted, darling. Not that there's any of you to melt. Claire's one of the few people that's been on the slimming world, the same as me, but I came off it. And she's managed to stay on it all this time now. And she looks absolutely fantastic, does Claire? She does. She really does. She is like the Guildford's Rose, aren't you? She lives down the road in Guildford. She's like Guildford's Road. Yeah. Morning to Joshua. Good morning to Joshua Monet. right, who's not got a clue what we're talking about. Well, never mind. What is this new item of technology? It's called the internet. You may be new to it. Welcome along, Josh. Hello to Michael Pullman. Morning, Michael. Ray Reynolds is in the house. Good morning, Ray. Mike Jones at work this morning. Morning to Paul and Lou, who's in two places this evening on Facebook and YouTube as well. Paul tried to get the first message on Facebook. You were second, yeah, but only by a second. You were so close this morning, Paul and Lou. John Aitken, good morning. John's got the same clock and it's loud when it changes to midnight. Yeah, it does click over quite loud. It wakes you up first time in the morning. It's been window cleaner. Hang on a minute. Can I? No, it can't see you over there. He's doing my windows. They're so nice and clean. Give us a shout when you want your cash. All right. Yeah, all right. Hey up. That's Mark. As I say, his mum, Babe Station Pearl, was your mum, isn't she? Babe Station Pearl lives down the road. Mike, you didn't get the first message in this morning. I'm sorry, you didn't. You were second. Can you not see? It may be because you came in after Adrian that you can't see that. I don't know. Don't really know. All right. Let's just scroll down. No, you don't see all the messages. If you come in later, then right at the beginning, you don't see all the messages above it. That's the thing, all right? John says, my window cleaner, Gary, is a lovely bloke. He cleans Colin Firth's windows. Who is he, an actor? Colin Firth. I'm not quite sure. He must be an actor, is he? Morning to Robert Elliott. Good morning, Robert. Hello to Stefan. Good morning to Stefan. They're all saying Tim was the first message. I'm afraid not, no. It says here Tim's message came in at 9:02:06. No, sorry, 8:55:48. Adrian, 8:55:47. There's only a second in it. There's only a second in it this morning. And this is one of the reasons why we're not going to do it, because people can't see the message above them. So they're convinced that someone else got the message in first. I've got them all in one place there. But we're only doing it for the month, and then that'll be up. A window cleaner, you would be if you could see the things I see. I'm sure you can see lots of things, Ray. Always have your eyes open, observing and watching what's going around, okay? All right. Excuse me. Robert's in Blackpool this morning. Good morning, Robert. Duke says he's not gay either. Well, you need to stop walking around the way you walk then, Duke. You've got a little gay wiggle. It's a dead giveaway, dear. You have a gay wiggle and you talk camply. I've heard you at work. You pretend to be all this straight acting little butch boy. It's not happening, mate. It's not happening. You are camper than, I don't know, Beyonce. And that is saying something. Good morning to Emma Leldon. Morning to you, who is from the Sudan watching this morning. Good morning to you. Don't think we've had anyone in the Sudan. Poor Chris is gutted that my nephew's not interested. Keep trying. Keep trying, because you've got to knock them. You've got to beat them into submission, dear. Beat them into submission. You will like me. You will like me. Hello there to Roy, the boy. Good morning, Roy. Roy hosted a show last night, actually, on YouTube. Yesterday afternoon, around about 2 o'clock. And there were 4 of them on there, actually. One in each corner of the screen. There was my brother-in-law, Martin. There was Roy and 2 others, and they were like doing their own little show there, talking about very, very butch program. Very, very manly, I have to say. They were talking about roast dinners and things like that. Good morning to you, Roy. I'm glad that was a success for you there. Adrian, when air conditioner is broken, it can push out hot air instead of cold. Can it? I don't know. I've got one in here, but it's not hot enough to have it on yet last night. Oh, that bloke won an Oscar for the King's Speech. I remember him now. Yeah, he was an actor, wasn't he? Colin Firth, that's it. Bridget Jones's Diary, thank you. Tim is not concerned about first message of the day. No, Tim doesn't need to be concerned about first message of the day because he is most popular karaoke singer in the country. I'm telling you that now. Tim is not a bad singer. Tim probably knows he's not the best singer in the country. You know that though, Tim. But you are absolutely the most popular singer in the country because everyone knows him. Tim goes to all these different karaoke nights and it's fantastic. Don't suppose we can get you to come up north, can we, Tim? Because I do one on Thursdays in Cleethorpes. There it is there, you see. Up in Cleethorpes now on a Thursday night for the karaoke at the Silhouette Bar, which is just along on the right along on the not actually on the seafront, the kind of next road up. A lot of places have got that, haven't they? They've got the seafront, and then they've got another road sort of up the mountain or up the hill, which is parallel to it, only just a little bit further, isn't it? Yeah, it has a road. What do you mean, like you have with me? I don't know what you mean, Chris. So you have to keep knocking them down until they give in, isn't it? That's how it works. Adrian says, are you saying that I can't sing? Well, no, you can't really, can you? I've never heard you sing. You've never bothered. You just sit there and watch everyone else. You've never actually sung at the karaoke, have you? Rather disappointingly. You know, one of those things, I suppose. One of those things. So this African plume is on the way. This African plume, what I mean by an African plume, it says a heat wave is set to hit Britain this week. It's going to start today. Okay, we are going to build today. And it could beat the all-time temperature record for July, forecasters have said. Warm sunshine is predicted for much of England and Wales from today, and a mercury hitting 84 Fahrenheit, which is 29 centigrade. Oh, that's good, isn't it? That's good. I haven't got to do the conversion there. Sometimes my maths is a little bit out, as you well know. And when I do that, now, most of you, persistence, that's what we need, Duke, persistence. Persistence. Don't give me all that. You know, there's been a couple of times, actually, Duke, I've got to tell you this, not recently, in the past, where you've been sitting at the bar and you've been well pissed, and I've come over and you've been a little bit all over me. I have to tell you that, Chris. You may not remember that, but I don't miss a trick here, mate. Don't miss a trick here, mate. You've been a little bit all over me, at which point I've taken a step back. Because, you know, far be it from me to take advantage of someone who's a little bit drunk. Exactly. Anyway, yes, sometimes my maths calculations are not exactly spot on. But it's quite funny. Most of you understand that it's a bit of a joke. When I say to you that it's going to be 22 degrees centigrade, which is about, or let me just work this out for you, which is a 22 centigrade, and it's about, so that's going to be about 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of you realise that is actually a joke, but sometimes people don't get it. Actually, my best mate don't get it, Ronnie. He's away in Spain at the moment. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get the joke. Funny, innit? He doesn't get it. He says, well, why do you do that? It's a bit of a joke. Well, I don't get it. But then again, we don't, not everyone gets jokes, do they? I don't understand half the jokes on the telly, especially from people like that bloody Keith Lemon. What an idiot. I can't bear him. Keith Lemon on the telly, bring back Dad's Army, that's what I say. They're filming 3 episodes of Dad's Army that they lost. I mentioned that yesterday, didn't they? All right. Karaoke sign is still on the screen. Oh, Christ, so it is. Look at that. I forgot to turn my camera back on, silly bastard. Sorry. Hello to Stefan. Never heard of him in Glasgow. I'm sure you haven't. There we are. Duke says he never drinks. You're drunk every night of the bleeding week, you are. Please. Sorry, I forgot to put my camera back on then. Anyway, back to this. By Wednesday, the warmest area of southern Britain could get to 35, which is about 95 Fahrenheit. And it could get hotter still. Even in the far north of England, it's going to hit the 80s, high 20s. Now, in a caravan, it doesn't actually have to be that hot for it to be really hot in a caravan. So that's going to be really uncomfortable. I have got a little air conditioning thing in my bedroom in the caravan, but even that sometimes can't cope. It's the one up from what I need. So just using numbers from out of the air, say I need a 5 in my caravan bedroom, I've actually got a 7 in there. But in really hot weather, yes, it does cool it down, but it simply can't cope because you're basically in a metal box. A little bit of sun comes on there and immediately the whole thing heats up. In the morning, first thing in the morning, while you're laying there in bed and the sun's coming up, sort of around about this time of year, around about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, and it starts creaking as all the metal and plastic starts expanding. Actually, Mark, has your mum got a caravan?
No.
She did have, didn't she?
No, she would have liked one, but no, she's got a timeshare instead.
Oh, okay. No, she got time. I thought his mum had a caravan. I know my brother-in-law. Caravans are very different to what they used to be, though. You know, they're like little houses. If you came in mine's about 20 years old. I got it dirt cheap. I mean, dirt cheap. I was saying this to someone in the pub the other day. Where I work my main place of work is in King's Cross in London. And they're building even more flats next to the train station in King's Cross. I mean, they've already got these posh pussy flats up all along this. I don't think it's a river. It's like a man-made bit of water there. They are now putting up more flats in front of those ones. And I kid you not, they are so close. You could probably open both windows in that block and the next block when they're built and shake hands with the person in the other window. And these flats, you're probably looking at a minimum of £450,000 for one of those. I mean, why? Oh, and you look out onto buildings and traffic and roads and fumes are coming up. It's horrible. It's really horrible, right? So you've got to be looking at £450,000 for one of those, and it'd be like little rabbit hutches. They'll have all the advertising, Italian kitchens and all this old crap. So a kitchen's a kitchen to me. A few cupboards and that. Don't bother me what a kitchen looks like, My mate, my best mate, he wanted to have his kitchen done, didn't he? And he's gone online, I think it's a Wix or somewhere like that, and designed this kitchen. Hit the button at the end, and it was like £25,000. Are you for real, mate? Are you for real? You can have someone put a kitchen in you for about £1,000, maybe £1,500. It'd be very basic, but it's cupboards on the wall. What more do you bleeding want? Why do you have to have gold handles and things like that? You don't need them. Don't need them. Anyway, so they'll be advertised as having like Italian kitchens and marble bar. I bet they're small in there as well. 450 grand for a flat in King's Cross. You can't even see anything from your window because there's another block of flats in front of it. Awful. And there's me, caravan up in Lincolnshire. I open my door, fields and that in front of me. Some cows right over there, which I can see. £8,000. That's all I paid for that. £8,000, and the ground rent is £1,400 a year. Unbelievable, really unbelievable. Let's have a look. Chris is going to a meeting now. Oh God, that'd be boring, wouldn't it? That'd be boring. Anyway, so that's the weather coming this week. Very, very hot. If you're going abroad, wow, I mean, 40 in Palma. That's near Spain, isn't it, Palma? My mate's in Madrid. That's going to be no. He's in Spain somewhere. I can't remember exactly where he was, but that'll be 39. But certainly in London, 35. Up north a bit. Sort of. I'm looking at where I am. Probably more like 29, 28, 29. But believe me, that's very, very hot in a caravan. So yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? Good. Yesterday, I spent most of the time doing paperwork, actually. And if you come along to the karaoke nights, you'll be very pleased to know. Good morning to Maureen. Maureen's texted in this morning. Morning, Maureen. Morning to you, Maureen. There's some new karaoke books coming. Now, the karaoke books I have are now about printed, or there must be about 6 or 7 years ago they were last printed. And they were an absolute nightmare to print karaoke books. I've got a printer in here, which is just a black and white one, but I'm not very successful with printers. And the trouble is, when you're printing a karaoke book, there's like 250, 60, 70 pages, right? So you start it off and it starts printing out. As the printer warms up, the pages tend to curl at the edges. I'm sure if you've worked in an office, you'll know exactly what I mean by this. They're kind of curling up. A bit like getting the sandwiches at a wedding. If you've ever been to a wedding or something like that, and the sandwiches have sat there for so bloody long that the corners start curling up at the edges and going dry, don't they? How disgusting. Are you want your money yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
There you are, mate. How much?
Just tell her that.
Oh, it's not enough, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Can you talk amongst yourselves? I'm just going to get... Oh, I've got some money. No, I'll give you the money downstairs. Back in a minute. All right. Away from prying eyes. I don't want to see that massive wallet opening. Where's the other lad gone? Has he gone there?
Yeah, but lick it back to the car.
He's what?
Put it back in the car now.
No, I meant the...
The other lad, yeah.
Nice windows, clean. Oh, sorry about that, gang. I've got lovely clean windows now. It's nice. I'm not giving money away on here. No, only to window cleaners. If you've got a little job, eh? Any job? Did you see me window cleaner then? That's Mark. Any takers on the window cleaners? He's got a family. He's such a nice person. Funnily enough, he used to go to one of the clubs that I used to. He used to go to Trade, which was a mad club in the 1990s and then onto the 2000s. So he used to do exactly the same as I used to do, completely off our heads, dancing all night long in the 90s. Anyway, yeah, back to those karaoke books. And they're very difficult to print out. And even if you manage to start it, and you know what printers are like, sometimes you're doing and it fails. And you might have done 120 pages and it fails. Something jams, something gets lost in data transfer, whatever it is. And then you've got to start again. You can't pick up from that place. So you've wasted all your paper and all your ink. And I have tried to reprint the books a few times myself with no luck whatsoever, which is the reason they haven't been reprinted for so long. Now, I've tried to shift everyone over to an online thing that I've got, which is always bang up to date. In fact, if you come along to the karaoke, there's another load of new songs that were added last night. There was a new Sunfly disc out, so I've added those on there last night. And I immediately send that information to a server, which you can look up. Get yourself a pen and I'll tell you where to look for this. Okay? And you can go online and either look at my entire songbook or search for a song that you might want to sing. Okay? And it works very well. And I've tried to shift people over to that. But the fact is, people like to sit there at the table and flick through a book. I know Maureen does. Now Maureen must know what songs are in there. But she does, along with many other people. They like to pick up a physical book, put it down there and start flicking through it and give yourself ideas for songs. Right? Which may not come into your head. I mean, if you look at a long list, alphabetical, it's not the same as flicking through a book. I'm sorry, it isn't. Or I don't think it is anyway. So that's the idea. Anyway, so last night, I thought, I wonder if there's a company that does it. And I had a look around and I found a company that you can send the very large PDF file to, you know, with, I think it's about 283 pages altogether. You can send them the whole file and they will print you the book and put it together for you and send it off for a very, very reasonable fee. Very reasonable. I think I've ordered 5 books, which come to about 80 quid. That's including the postage. I think that's very, very reasonable. I really do. And as I say, it all comes, they come in a binder. Now, I don't think they come in like a binder. And you know the little plastic leaves? Have I got one here? See if I've got one here to show. Oh, there's one up there. Something like that. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. That's one up there. Okay, so you know this is a large one, but you know these plastic leaves, yeah? Now at the moment, the old songbooks I have, each page is in a plastic leaf. Now the ones I've ordered don't come like that. They just come basically as that paper with the holes in it in a ring binder. Now I've ordered it on very high quality paper, general paper. This paper here, okay. That would be 90 GSM. I've ordered it on 180 GSM, so the paper will be a lot thicker. Whether or not I decide to put them in the little plastic cases, I don't know, because that is quite a lot of effort. I mean, my sister would happily do it for us. I pay her a little bit of money and she can do it for us, but yeah, not quite sure whether... I probably would prefer to put the papers in some plastic leaves like that, and then it would last a lot longer. All right. Mike, no, he's not gay. He's not gay. Look, desperate to get off with people, aren't you? Anyone who appears here, you're desperate to get off of them. Window cleaner, not gay, no. And I'm not giving away money on here. Who wants this £20? That's all I've got in the world now. £20, dear. £20. That's all I've got in the whole wide world. Donations are received, yes. Do you know, apparently I can put a donation button on my YouTube. Who would ever donate to that? I think Dr. SRS Gregorian said he would. I've already done that, Adrian. That's what I was just explaining to you. Yeah, you can already download it onto your thing. Now, here's the address if you ever want to look at my songbook online. It is, are you ready? All one word, songbookslive.com. I'll just check it, actually. Don't want to give false information. Don't want to do fake news. There it is. Okay, so it's songbookslive.com. That's all one word, songbookslive, songbookslive.com/karaoke London. If you type that into your phone, computer, iPad, tablet thing, then you should get up my karaoke book. If it asks you what book you're looking for, just type in Karaoke London. That's all one word. All right, so once again, songbookslive.com/karaoke London. And that will bring you up my most up-to-date karaoke songbook. And there you can see what's there. And if there's something you want to sing that isn't there, let me know before and I will attempt to get it to you. Not everything is available. And we don't play YouTube videos either, okay? Sometimes, oh, can you play it off YouTube? No, it doesn't really work. It doesn't work well, especially in the situation of a live performance. Someone goes, okay, it's on YouTube. Well, I don't know what the quality of that's like. What it's like it may sound all right at home, but through powerful speakers, it might sound a little bit rank, you see. That's the trouble, okay? Morning to my nephew, Gary Butler. Good morning, Gary. All right. Hope you're well this morning. Gary, I don't know if you heard me yesterday. I looked up speed limit for electric bikes, as in, you know, bikes with pedals that are electric. It does seem to still be 15 mile an hour. I know you said you thought they put it up to 30 mile an hour. I looked on some government website or something like that. It said 15 mile an hour. So I wonder, where did you see that? I wonder if it's referring to like electric mopeds, that sort of thing. It might be, mightn't it? All right. John says, you have heard me sing in Earl's Court many years ago. Well, I'm not going to remember that, am I, John? How can I remember that? It's too long ago, dear. Far too long ago. Far too long ago. All right. So that's what I did yesterday. I had 2 weeks worth of paperwork yesterday. New karaoke books I've sorted. Did a bit of gardening. One of the hedges here has just gone completely mad. It's holly. It's actually holly. And it's a tiny little bush like that when I put it in. This thing is 8 foot tall now. And it creeps forward and you've got to cut it all. The trouble is when you cut the holly down like that, because it's crept forward so far, all the leaves are gone. It looks really bare, but they will grow again, you know, and that's all right. And the top of it. And I had to cut that down because it was interfering with my satellite signal. My satellite dish is quite low down and plants have grown up in front of it and it's starting to sort of break up and stuff like that. Never mind. Play a tune. Yeah, that's right, Stefan. It's all very well saying that. Test it out first. But that's what I'm saying. In a live situation, someone comes up and says, oh, we can play it on YouTube. Well, I can't play that out. We're already doing the karaoke. Do you see what I mean? And I'm not going to start testing. So I don't play stuff directly out off YouTube to do karaoke. I buy the discs and that's it. Although the discs are then put onto a hard drive. That's how I do it. All right. John says I was obsessed with looking at his bum. Was I really? I can't remember that, John. Let's be honest. That was a very long time ago, wasn't it, dear? Very, very long time ago. Don't know if the same would have been true now. Went to Aldi. Got like 2 bags of shopping for 13 quid. It's so cheap in there. It really is. You don't really want to be in there on a Sunday, actually, to be honest. Aldi on a Sunday afternoon is not a pleasant experience. So I did that. Then last night I watched some telly. I didn't get to the swimming pool last night. I wasn't feeling very well. I think the chest is... The throat is trying to get to my chest, but it hasn't succeeded yet, I'm pleased to tell you. Okay, so I watched Killing Eve, the last episode of Killing Eve, episode 8. I think it's still being shown at the moment on the telly, but if you've got the iPlayer, the whole lot are on there. So I just finished that last night, and I shouldn't really say. I'm not going to say what happens. I didn't see it coming, I tell you that now. I did not see it coming last night, so keep watching Killing Eve. Those of you that have watched the whole series on iPlayer will know what I mean. Don't tell people, because that's how it is. All right? Don't tell people because that's how it is. Good morning to... there's my niece, Tracy. She's in Cyprus. Good morning, Tracy. Saying I'm sounding very manly this morning. I am a little bit ill. This morning. No antibiotics, no. No, I only take antibiotics as an absolute last resort. This is why we're getting into trouble with antibiotics. People just pop them as quickly as they can. Perhaps you know, John, that I've got a little other thing wrong with me, and you have to keep an eye on that, which I don't really talk about. But no, I only take antibiotics as an absolute last resort. There we are, because they're starting to not work across the world, aren't they? Which is very, very worrying. Very, very worrying. Then I watched Casualty. Poor old Connie Beecham. She's on drugs, isn't she? Connie Beecham! Who would ever have made that up? Connie Beecham's on drugs. That's looking very worrying. And the second episode of the excellent series on Sunday night, Poldark, which I love. I love Poldark on the telly. Do you get that over there, Tracy? In Cyprus, Poldark. It's a period drama. And it's the last series, isn't it? Which is rather upsetting. George, who is Poldark's cousin, he's gone mad. If you know anything about Poldark, at the end of the last series, George's wife died. I think in childbirth. She died in childbirth. Because that's what happened in those years. Yeah, we're talking, 150 years ago. That's what happened. People could die in childbirth, you see. It's very worrying. Very worrying indeed. I hope it's not going to happen. Is the pink orchid dying behind you? No, it's just losing its flowers, Maureen. I shouldn't worry about that. They come back again. My love. Keep a check on the chest. I'm prone to infection. Maybe you got the same thing as me, John. Yeah, me too. I'm prone to infections. I have pills every morning to stop infections, if you see what I mean. Yeah. So maybe we have the same thing. We'll have to private message on that one. So that's Poldark. George, as I say, who's Poldark's cousin, is he's going mad. As I say, his wife died. He started talking to her, isn't he? He's lost the plot. It's all very sad because he's not a nice person, George. He's just totally for money, but totally money orientated. And I always feel a bit sorry for people who are just completely and totally money orientated. They have nothing else going on in their lives other than to make money. And he's a bit like that, and he's nasty to people. He's quite nasty to people, right? Oh, that was exciting. A piece of paper has just dropped off the shelf. I've got to tell you, the last time that happened in here, okay, this is a blank piece of paper, so I don't think it was anything important. But the last time that happened here in our United Kingdom Talk Studios was in the year 2000. My mother had just died. This was the 18th of November 2000. My mother had just died, and I was here, sitting here. I can't remember what I was doing. And her photo fell off. It was on the wall. I used to have there's none up there at all now, but there used to be photos of all my family in front of me there. And I was sitting here. I think it was the night, possibly the night of her funeral as well. So we'd had the funeral in the afternoon. And anyway, I'm sure I was sitting in here doing something, and her picture just fell off the wall and landed right in front of me. I think that's a nice thing, don't you? It's like they've sent you a message to say, it's okay, I'm there now. Do you know what I mean? Nice, isn't it? Anyway, back onto the subject of Poldark. Yeah, so George is going mad. He's talking to his wife, who isn't really there. And the bloke who looks after him, it might be his uncle, I can't remember. Could be his uncle. Or his cousin, I can't remember. He's noticing that he's going a little bit mad. Sad, isn't it, really? Yeah. Morning to Roy Brownlow. Good morning, Roy. Tracy, we get BBC One, 2, and also channels 3 and 4. Oh, you've almost got... Have you got colour as well in Cyprus, Tracy? Do you get colour television over there, my love? Is it colour television? Thank you, Russ. It's not really a cough. It's more of just a bit of trouble getting noise out this morning. You see, we are like a bunch of OAPs moaning about our health. That's exactly what we are. Karaoke was good on Friday, as I say, and there's another one tonight. Karaoke tonight is at Central Station, okay, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Let's do some stories for you. In the Daily Mirror this morning, if you're getting married, you might want to take up an offer here. Chicago Town, now they're a pizza company. Chicago Town are a pizza company, right? Look at this. If you consider a pizza fanatic, if you consider yourself, I quite like pizza, don't you? I do like pizza. If you consider yourself a pizza fanatic and aren't looking to have a traditional wedding, this could be perfect for you. So are you getting married? Perhaps you should consider it after this free offer. Frozen pizza brand Chicago Town have launched a pizza bridal package for one lucky bride-to-be to enjoy this summer. As part of this, the winner will be given a wedding dress, which is loosely based on Rihanna's iconic 2018 Met Gala gown, but with just a tad more pepperoni on it. Now, there's a picture of this dress. It's hideous. It is absolutely hideous. But nevertheless, the package is also set to include a 6-tier pizza wedding cake. Pizza with pineapple. Do you like pizza with pineapple on it? It features a range of the company's offerings, a pizza bouquet plus a honeymoon to Chicago and £500 spending money. And the bouquet looks vile as well. It's like, just horrible. And, you know, it's like those dough balls, right? Tomatoes, bits of lettuce and rolled up bits of dead animal made in a ball. It's horrible. I mean, why would you want that? Oh, it's awful. New research by the brand revealed that more than a third of British people feel that the food served at a wedding is more important than watching the actual exchanging of vows. Oh, well, you know that from the amount of people that turn up at the reception, don't you? Half of them aren't at the church. They can't be bothered to go to the church, but offer them free food and some of you free drink, and they're there. My advice, never give a free bar at a wedding. Don't do it. No free bars. Okay, a bit of food, yeah. No free bars. I would bar people. If I was getting married, which is very unlikely, no one wants poor old me, do they? I'm destined to be alone forever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be the one. No one wants me. Oh, well. I mean, the worst example of this, the one I like, Duke Christopher, who's not here at the moment. Duke Chris, he doesn't, I fancy him. He fancies my nephew. It doesn't get any worse than that, does it? Anyway, it says, according to their findings, pizza, and I have been to weddings before where they have little pizza things. Oh, they're delicious. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. According to their findings, pizza is particularly high in demand at weddings, with a fifth saying they've been served it after the wedding in the past, and twice as many people claiming they'd love nothing more than to grab a slice of pizza at a wedding. And they're on to, and it's cheap. Pizza is cheap. Not to buy. I mean, Domino's. Jesus Christ. How much do they want for a bloody pizza? Some of those pizzas are like 25 quid. No. You want a decent pizza, go to Aldi. Aldi. They're so cheap. You get pizza in there for about 80 pence, I kid you not. And they are so nice. Pizzas in Aldi. Domino's, what a rip-off. Okay, I know, they've got people to pay. Delivery drivers, this, that and the other. People in the restaurants. So dear. But very nice. The barbecue sauce on those Domino's pizzas is absolutely delicious, isn't it? Eh? But so dear. It's so expensive. One of the managers says weddings are the ultimate celebration of love, but it seems like our obsession with food trumps everything else when it comes to anticipating and enjoying someone else's big day. Our research has revealed that more than half of British people would be excited to attend a wedding if they knew pizza was on the menu. So we're delighted to launch the world's first pizza bridal package. And I think that's lovely. Now, what food here's something for you. What food would you like at a wedding? And don't try and be clever now and think, let's put something. What would you actually like to have at a wedding to eat? Pizza's good for me. Little pineapple. I quite like wedding food. I mean, as you know, I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat most of the stuff now. But, sausage rolls, vol au vents, those little cheese and pineapple on a stick. You get the cheese and onion rolls that they do, don't you? And certainly little pizza slices. I've been to weddings where they got the little... I think they come from possibly Iceland. Was it B-Jams? B-Jams or Iceland? B-Jams, isn't it? Or did B-Jams become Iceland? I never remember. No, it's Iceland. You get the little round pizza things. You put them in the oven for about, 10 minutes. And you bring them out. You just put them on the plate. Warm or cold. Absolutely delicious. No need to be going with, a full sit-down meal with carving bits of stuff and this, that, and the other. 50 quid a head. Don't need to do that. Go down to Iceland and get pizza. All you need to put pizza and crisps out. That'll do me. Pizza slices and crisps. And don't mix the crisps up. Oh, God. Why do they do that at a wedding? They order different flavours and mix them in a bowl. No. Very bad. No prawn cocktail crisps. They are disgusting. They are really disgusting, prawn cocktail crisps. Cheese and onion. Yes, please. Ready salted. Okay. Salt and vinegar. Yes. Cheese and onion. You need at least 200 bowls of cheese and onion crisps at a wedding. Yes, please, along with the pizzas. Well, how can you go wrong with that? How can you go wrong? Let's have a look. Pineapple, John says, is disgusting. Oh, it's nice. Pineapple is disgusting. It's nice on pizza. Pineapple on pizza, just a few bits. When I was in Cyprus visiting my niece a few months ago now, was it March or May? It was March, wasn't it? March, April, May, June, July. Oh God, that was 5 months ago now. When it was, we went along the seafront in Limassol, and we stopped at a pizza place there. Absolutely delicious. It was so busy. And we got our food quite quickly. And she said, what would you like? Pizza. What toppings? Pineapple. So she's got the iPad. I think she had an iPad. So, okay, what toppings do you want? I'll have pineapple. Pardon? Pineapple. On a pizza? Yes, please. Okay. She was really surprised that I asked for pineapple on a pizza. I quite like the whole sweet and savoury thing. What is it that recently I've been having that of? Oh, yes, halloumi. When I've been fish and chip restaurant on the pier at Cleethorpes, it's called Papa's. They do baked, deep fried halloumi. They put honey over it. Oh my God, it's delicious. I would never thought of that. So more recently, I've started putting honey over my Quorn steaks. So my dinner plate, 2 Quorn steaks, maybe peppered steaks or burgers, something like that. Honey on there, loads of vegetables or baked beans, and some mashed potato. Delicious. With tomato sauce on there as well. Oh, so nice. So nice. Lou wants to get married and loves pizza. Yeah, cheap and cheerful. And everyone will like it. Come on. How many people? When you've been to a wedding and that, right? And I don't know, the people are making £50 a head on some sort of sit-down meal. Who talks about that meal? Answer? No one. Have you ever heard anyone talking about the meal after a wedding? Because I haven't. Long as they're enjoying the food. Bits of pizza and crisps. And that great big bowl of coleslaw in the middle. Festering away as the night goes on. Collecting more and more bacteria as the night goes on. Oh, God. John says I look like Demis Roussos, do I? Forever and ever and ever and ever, you'll be the one. That one. Michael says, poor Chris, we get married. No one's asked me, Michael. You got to have a date first. I'm not just jumping straight into the wedding dress for you, dear, or anyone else. Got to have a date first, and maybe the next day. Oh, Adrian, you keep going on about the bloody palm oil all the time. Have you got some sort of Adrian's got an obsession with palm oil at the moment. He has. We know. Roy says, I know Africans and men will marry you for a passport, Chris Reardon. Oh, I've had that one offered before, Roy. There's no one for me in this life, I'm afraid, Roy. That's just how it is. Mike and Aldi at the weekend, their frozen vegan burgers were down to $1.49 and I bought 3 lots of them the other day. I've already had one. They're big, aren't they, those vegan burgers in Aldi? They started off at $1.99, then they went to $1.79 as a new permanent price. At the weekend, they went down to $1.49. But they're selling them. I don't know why they keep cutting the price. It's not like they're not selling them. The first time I went in there, I bought a couple. The next time, they were completely sold out. They were flying off the shelves. Funny, isn't it? I don't know why they keep reducing the price of those. Adrian, lobster and prawns with a touch of smoked salmon. What, at a wedding? Blimey. You're spending a lot of money on people's food, aren't you? Perfect, Roy. Packets of crisps and bourbons. What, the chocolate ones with the chocolate cream in the middle? Biscuits. Yeah, pizza crisps and biscuits. Although for me, the biscuits, either chocolate biscuits or custard creams. Oh. Or ginger biscuits. We love them. Some of those ginger biscuits are really strong, aren't they? We love them. Not for Adrian. Palm oil in those. Don't touch them. Palm oil. Very bad. John had a Greek meze for our ceremony. What's that? What is that? Some sort of food? I don't know what a Greek meze is. Adrian thinks I'm a cheap date. I'm very, very cheap, Adrian. Very cheap. Pineapple on pizza says Paul is just wrong. No, it's nice. Diane Deb doesn't like the smell of prawn cocktail crisps. Can't even stand them. Oh, vile things, Diane. They are horrible. Prawn cocktail. And there's something very wrong about having a packet of crisps printed in pink, isn't there? They're horrible. Prawn cocktail crisps. Halloumi is even worse than pineapple. Squeaky cheese. Oh, it's lovely. Put some honey over it, all right? Oh, just a minute. Let's just scroll down there. Custard creams, favourite biscuit there. Pineapple on pizza. Adrian loves it. Loves it. With a touch of ham for the non-veggie people. A touch of ham and pineapple. That's, now what's that? That's called a Hawaiian. That's a Hawaiian. I remember that one, you see. I remember the Hawaiian pizza. Very nice indeed. Now, watch out. If you're travelling along the seafront and you've got a little dog with you, in this morning's Metro, the fate of a Devon dog is unknown. This is very serious, boys and girls. Dog lovers everywhere. Be worried, especially if you live near the coast. The fate of a Devon dog is unknown after a seagull swooped down and carried the miniature chihuahua away in its beak. It could have been a baby. Be careful. Okay, possibly not a fully, perhaps a baby that's, been born to, a premature baby that's been born too early. It could be carried away by a seagull. Mothers everywhere, be very worried. Very worrying. This woman who's in Paynton is hoping to see 4-year-old Gizmo will be found alive. I doubt that, my love. That's been eaten by the seagulls. Alive. Oh, dear. She says, my partner was in the garden putting the washing out at the time and suddenly he saw a seagull swoop down. It carried their dog, Dismo, a fair way as we couldn't see him anymore. I have no idea if he was dropped or where he is now. I think we know where he is now, lovey. In that seagull's tummy. Not funny. She also posted about Gizmo on Facebook. Please, 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 anyone who finds a chihuahua, he's mine. A seagull took him away from my garden, she wrote. She said her 6-year-old daughter, who incidentally, I'll just pause there to let you know the 6-year-old daughter was not carried away as well. Okay, don't worry. She said her 6-year-old daughter is really upset and missing her little dog. The child did not witness Gizmo being taken away. Isn't that awful? So watch out. If you're walking along that seafront, dear, at any point, you could be carried off by a seagull and eaten. Possibly not those of you who are on here. Only Claire. Claire could be carried away. She's light enough. Not the rest of you. Certainly wouldn't be able to carry me away. Too fat. Right. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. It's birthday time here on United Kingdom Talk. Happy birthday on this Monday, the 22nd of July 2019 to Paul Michael Overington, who is a DJ. I don't know if you're still DJing now, but happy birthday to you, sir. Liz Fitzgibbon today is 40 years old. Good morning, Liz. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Lisa Fitzgibbon today is 40 years old. Good morning. David Bowley Parker, a young 21 years old today. Good morning. Donna M. Toms, happy birthday to Donna. Stephen Eckett. Good morning, Stephen. 53 today. I haven't seen you for a while. Happy birthday, Stephen. Peter Rockmelon. I love that. Peter Rockmelon. Happy birthday to you. Patrick Arnie is 47 years old today. And Denise Wyndham, hello Denise, is 47 years old today. So happy birthday, boys and girls. Here comes a little song for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boys and girls. I meant to mention, good morning to Weird City. You're very, very late this morning. Very, very, very late this morning. All right. John says amazes a lot of different Greek food. Moussaka, kebab, salad, meat and vegetable dishes. Sounds lovely, actually, to be honest. Does sound very nice indeed. I meant to tell you, if you're of a technical mind and like music, I found a video. I'll put the link up a little bit late. Actually, I can put it. Can I put it on there? Oh, let me see if I can find it now. I was watching a YouTube video. I just accidentally came across it last night because I like to listen to. I like to find videos of people playing the organ and stuff like that. Hang on, I can't. Oh, how do I find this now? Let me see if I can find this now. There it is. 1 minute. Browse. Where's that browse? Oh, video. Why have I got 9 things there? Just a minute. Oh, I don't know if I can find it now. Oh, history. Is that history? Nothing happening. There it is. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. See if I can. There it is. Oh, now it says. Oh no, there it is. Anyway, it's not just him playing. Okay, I'll put it within the Facebook chat for you to find, and I might put it on my wall later as well. Let's just type that in there. You should get that. Right, have you got that? There it is. There it is. And basically, it's this bloke. He's not only playing the organ, he shows you how it all works. And this organ is all mechanical. Right? And it is absolutely amazing. He takes you inside the organ, starts opening doors, climbing up ladders. And as a key is pressed on the organ, right, it is connected via wooden levers and rods. And he opens this thing, and he's all these rods, like in perfect lines, some going like that, some crossing over the top, which go into sort of lever type things and open up valves and let the... It's amazing, this video. So if you want to have a look at that, just go on to the where my chat is on today's show. Scroll up there and you'll see I've posted a link to that video. Do watch it. He starts off by playing it. The video itself is about 25-30 minutes long. It's absolutely fascinating to see how this organ works and how it's been made. And it is so beautiful. You've got, I mean, it looks like hundreds of like wooden, what do you call them? Wooden sticks. There's be a word for them. Wooden sticks that are connected to each other, long like that, but all like, not all over the place. They're all like in perfect lines. And as you push that down, it pulls that, and that opens that, and with a lever pulls that down, and then eventually pulls the shutter off on the little shutter on the pipe organ to let the air through. It's fascinating. I've never seen anything like it before. The organs that I play are all electronic. You push a button and it all happens electronically. Absolutely fascinating. So do have a little look at that. All right. Okay, doke, gang. Tonight I'll be hosting karaoke at Central Station. There it is. Central Station karaoke tonight starts at 7:30, boys and girls, and goes right the way through until 11 o'clock if you want to join us there. Monday night karaoke at Central Station from 7:30. New books not available yet, though. Okay, they should be with you. They come on Wednesday. Very good, those karaoke books. They're here by Wednesday. Right, that'll do then. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Enjoy your Monday, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.